Hello friends, I'm Maria, aka Sita from Sita's Budgeting Journey. On my channel, I'll be budgeting my monthly income using the cash envelope system and fund savings challenges. I'll also be sharing some faith-based content and of course some tips on how we can prioritize our self-care. So if any of this interests you, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. If you're already subscribed, thank you for your ongoing support. I appreciate and love you all. Alrighty guys, first and foremost, I'm going to reallocate these funds. I finished these when I emptied out my mini savings challenge binder. So these are going to go into my sinking funds. And guys, while we're doing this, I have some, they weren't questions that were asked like, hey, we need to know, and people in the budgeting community who are genuinely interested. No, it's just some people in my life who know for one reason or another that I have been budgeting, and they're asking questions and I've answered them over time. But I think it'd be kind of fun to share that information with you guys and to get your bit of feedback. I know a lot of people on here don't really share their budgeting experience or journey with actual friends or family members, and I get it. However, that's a matter of choice. I have some few people that are very close to me that know about my journey, and I don't mind. There are others who don't know at all, and we already know their personal reasons why we do that. I wish I could tell everybody, because you know what? I would love for everybody to be on this type of journey so we can all be debt free. But to each his own, right? Okay, so let's get started here. This candle is making me a little nervous with the flowers there, so let me move it. All right, so I hope you guys are in frame. Now, let me put this paper to the side. And as I do this, we're going to answer some questions. Now, this one here, I believe, was for shopping. So we're going to put this over into our shopping envelope. So question number one, guys. Why do you cash stuff? And you're spending extra money on envelopes, binders, challenges, etc. Can't that be money that you save on your own instead of doing it, on YouTube? So my response was, I cash stuff because I enjoy it. It has made me more accountable with my spending. And as for the items that I purchase, consider them a business expense. And to be honest, that's some of the money that I would have been spending anyway. And shall I say, spending recklessly, because that's what I used to do. I used to spend money just because I had it. You get paid, you go shopping, you go out to eat, you spend unnecessarily, and it's spending that you don't have to do, especially if you decide, you know what, I think I want to start budgeting. So that was question number one. Pretty straightforward, right? Now, the other one that I was asked, and believe it or not, I was asked this one more than once. And that was, you talk about your 1K for an emergency fund. So how are you able to save 1K for an emergency fund? I'm barely making it living paycheck to paycheck. Well, guess what? It's easier than you think. If you put your mind to it and remain consistent, you're able to save the money. The beauty of budgeting is that there is no time frame. So even if you can only save $1 a week, that's $1 closer to your $1,000 goal. And as far as saving for an emergency fund, guys, there is no time frame. Like I said earlier, if it takes you a year, if it takes you 3 months, if it takes you, 2 years, the important thing is that you're doing it, is that you're trying to make, set money aside so that you don't have to pull out that credit card. But guess what, guys? Emergencies happen. And sometimes that 1K is not enough to cover whatever emergency comes up. And you have to go into your envelopes and you have to go into your other binders. And sometimes you have to pull out that credit card. But the beauty with budgeting is that once you start to become debt free, and once you do what my next question is going to address, at least you have 1 or 2 credit cards that you're going to leave to the side once you pay it off, and you're able to use it. Okay, and I'm not talking about I'm stressed and I want to go shopping, or Bath and Body Works is having a big sale, or Louis Vuitton has my favorite bag on sale. So I'm going, no, that's not what the credit cards are for. Once you pay them off, they are just for an emergency. Okay, that leads me to number 3. But first, let's put this money away. This is for Fun Day. This was $36. So let's go over to Fun Day. And number 3, are you really getting rid of all your credit cards? Now, people who know me know that I was the credit card queen. I had over $20-some thousand in debt. I would pull out a credit card for everything, anything, for everybody, anybody, just because I had it. So, am I really getting rid of my credit cards? Absolutely. I accrued most of my debt when I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I was always shopping, going out to eat, buying unnecessary items. And now that I have what I need, spending all the time is unnecessary. We do still spend, don't get me wrong. We do still spend, we do go out shopping, we do take, a little mini vacation here and there, and we go out, but we don't do it unnecessarily all the time. It's called living. We do want to live life, especially when you have little kids. You don't want to deprive them of everything, but you do want to teach them the importance of saving, the importance of budgeting, and, the importance of making good choices and planning for the future. So, am I getting rid of my credit cards? Yes, I do plan to keep one of them for an emergency. And even, sometimes I do have one that gives you cash back. So once that's paid off, I might just keep that one because I know that I get 2, 3, 4% back when I make a purchase. So we'll see. Now, where's this money going? Okay, Fun Day. Guys, I can't talk and do other things at the same time. All right, so number 4. Oh, this one was asked by a person who was, genuinely wondering. It wasn't, she wasn't being smart, and she wasn't, we talk about it all the time. And her question was, aren't you afraid that people are going to be in your pockets? So my reply to that was, not at all. So one of the things that budgeting has taught me is to prioritize home first. Okay, so no matter what, I need to prioritize home because home should always come first. Remember that, guys. Home should always come first. Hold on, I'm making a mess. Give me a second. All right, sorry about that. Now, the question I was answering before I realized I was looking at the wrong sheet of paper was, aren't you afraid that if people see your videos, they'll be in your pockets? And my response is the same, not at all. If anything, I'm hoping they learn from my success and decide to do the same. Now, I'm not saying I have thousands and thousands. Guys, I don't have thousands and thousands of dollars saved, but I'm becoming debt free. I'm able to put money aside. I'm learning to plan. If I have plans and I want to go out to dinner this day, I want to make sure I have money set aside so I don't have to pull out a credit card. And that's important. But sadly, people won't celebrate you. But what they do try and do is put you down because they aren't ready to take the plunge and they just can't be happy for you. But you know what? That's not something that you need to worry about. You need to stay consistent, stay motivated. Hey, pray for them. Pray for their success. Pray that one day they don't have to worry about living paycheck to paycheck. Because it's a struggle, especially now with how expensive things are. Gas prices, food prices, kids' clothes, adult clothes, shoes. Everything is so expensive. So we need to kind of, educate each other, help each other out. Is this for everybody? Absolutely not. But if this is a fun and easy way, and if it'll help them save money, then by all means, hey, I've got extra binders. You want to start budgeting? Come see me. I got you. And I've actually already done that with a few people. But again, they have to want it for themselves. Now, lastly, and let's put this money in here before I forget. All right, this is for lawn care. And actually, this money is actually not even going to be stuffed because I just paid him $50 today. This is 40. This should be 40. No, I'm sorry. This is 30, and I have $20 saved. So this isn't going to get stuffed today. But for now, I am going to put it in here. And then here's the 20. I'm going to put it in here for now and then take it out when I need it because I really don't need it right now. So he has been paid. Oh, my candle's going out. What's going on? Oh, it went out. I should have left it alone. All right, so that's this one here. And lastly, it's this beautiful challenge here. And this is for self-care. So we're going to go all the way to the front and put this money in here. All right, so now that we're done with this, let's go over our last question. Why are you sharing your journey on YouTube? That question I've also gotten. Why not keep it private? You know, why do you feel like you need to share it on YouTube? Well, guys, guess what? Why not? Before I started, I watched Dave Ramsey, and then I started binge watching all these budgeting videos because y'all already know when you search something, if it has to do with food, with prayer, with comedy, whatever it is, once you click on that one video, everything after that is going to be about the same thing. So once I started watching Dave Ramsey, I started seeing these budgeting videos, and I'm like, what is this about? Sure enough, I started clicking and following and subscribing, and absolutely fell in love with the process. So I quickly learned that my debt at the time was a little under 10,000, was manageable, and that sharing on YouTube would not only hold me accountable, but could possibly bring me an additional source of income. And guess what? It did. In 6 months, I was approved for monetization. Have I made a ton of money? No. Am I getting a check every month? No. But every few months when I do get a check, it's usually over $100. It's extra money. It's bonus money that I would not have been getting if I wasn't here sharing my journey. So this year and the past couple months has taught me that I am in control of my life, happiness, and spending. And I can be consistent with budgeting and meet all my goals. And the most important part, guys, I can still live my life, and I can do it without getting into additional debt. It gets hard some days and even lonely, but with prayer, dedication, and consistency, I am almost where I want to be. Lastly, I have learned that I can still help others along the way, but that I must always prioritize home. If I have the extra funds to give, then I do. And if I'm trying to reach a goal, then the answer is obviously no. Guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions that you are asked about your budgeting journey, please feel free to share them with us in the comments below. I love chatting with you guys. And I know I'm not alone because I'm sure you guys get similar questions, maybe completely different questions, but let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. You guys take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Stay blessed, and we will be chatting soon.